Good morning, friends. This is a friend and TBC colleague, Basil Ude, broadcasting live from the Asian Coast City. This morning, I'm glad to be with you this morning again. I want to take this opportunity to welcome my online viewers, both local and global audience. This morning, I'm looking at the topic, you can be an income machine. That sounds fine. You can be an income machine. I'm going to draw again inspiration on this topic from the admin of the Billion Coin community. I'm going to look at the blog, one of the blog posts he shared recently. And from there, we'll look at how we can be income machines. Definitely, it's obvious that this journey, the Billion Coin community, is a journey that has opened the avenues, has provided opportunities for everyone to partake of the giant stride of helping humanity. We have two main aims, or let me say, two objectives. One is embedded in our mission and vision. What is it? To alleviate poverty, in fact, end poverty globally, and produce abundance globally. And it started as if it's a big, giant task, but with patience, perseverance, and the able guidance and leadership at TBC admin, we have come this far. Now, the Billion Coin community is stable. The Billion Coin community is legally seen and known and identified as a private society, independent of any governmental monitoring. That milestone was achieved last year. And in this year, 2019, we are now poised to take another giant stride. Again, we know we are expecting our economic phase to take off very shortly. And what will happen? When economic phase takes off, then the Billion Coin becomes a popular, globally acceptable medium of exchange. We are ready for that to happen. But right now, we are in the distribution phase of the Billion Coin. Now, what does it entail? It means if me and you get involved, properly get involved in this distribution phase, we become income machines. I will explain how it's possible. Now, we know that distribution is not about sharing. Distribution has to do with empowerment. Distribution has to do with caring. In fact, the real goal behind the distribution phase is to empower the people, empower the global, the bigger picture, the bigger people. You see, the masses. You see, the elites don't have the issues of financial issues. It's the poor folks in the world. And when we become actively involved in making TBC assets circulate, then and then we are becoming instruments of empowerment. And I will tell you, friends, that to be prosperous, you have to be people-oriented. In fact, I will say these words: prosperity orientation draws from people orientation. When we care for the people, we really have passion to help the people around us, then prosperity is around us. It's a formula, it's a law. It obeys the law of attraction 100%. So I'm going to visit the blog now. Let's look at what our admin published. And let us see the stepwise, the procedures we can take to become income machine now. And when we become income machine, it means our experience in the cash flow becomes on a continual basis. So let me share the screen. Let's look at what our wonderful admin published in this regard. And in there, we find a lot of stuff said concerning being an income machine. Good. Hope we are seeing the screen. Let me go back and be sure we are on one page. Okay. Right. Okay, that's it here. Okay. Share. Good. I'm here now. So, friends, I want us to look at this blog post of admin. The title is "Don't Rush Your Training, Even Though You Have Enough TBC." Friends, you know, admin is, I'll call you a master teacher. He's a master instructor. If we can follow the instruction he gives us patiently and study them, we will really become more in life. Now, he gives an illustration. Look at this young man or young guy. He's supposed to be a plumber. And he tried to explain this. He says, imagine paying full price for a professional plumber while getting the result of a novice apprentice plumber helper. That could happen if a partially trained plumber decided to become an independent business operator and advertised that he could take care of all your plumbing needs. And after you have hired him, he discovered your plumbing needs were more complicated than what he expected. He may fool you and you end up paying full price for a crappy job. And a day later, you come home to a basement that is flooded. How is that going to make you feel? That is a very good illustration for what I'm talking about this morning. Now, let's bring it to play in our TBC community. Admin just continue the next paragraph. He said, we just completed an extension of redemption period. And now, thousands of you have tens of millions of dollars of TBC in your wallet. For some of you, the amount in your wallet makes you think that you are completely ready to break off and become independent and can get 100% from the coins that you move into the hands of others. You may think this is the way, you may think this way because you simply have enough of your own coins to justify it. But are you truly ready to be completely independent? So I will pause here and maybe explain more on the issues raised by our admin in this blog post. So I'm going back to the screen again. Let's look at ourselves. Now, watch. He used a plumber as an example. And I also want to kind of throw more light on that in this respect. Many TBCians are actually not involved in anything. They've enjoyed promos last year. They've enjoyed promo this year. And in their mindset, they believe they have enough TBC coins or enough kringles. When you look at their back office, they see millions of dollars. And they say, man, I got it. I arrived. Friends, that attitude is just like the plumber guy who is not experienced. To you, to be a money-making machine in the billion coin community, it goes beyond having enough coins in your back office or in your wallet. It goes to mean that we have to improve our knowledge of what the billion coin actually means. Also, empower ourselves with adequate coaching. That's the word. Adequate coaching and discipleship under someone who have gotten experience in the TBC community. Let us be patient to hear, to understand, so that when we communicate this, the billion coin to anyone, it won't be like that plumber who will do a crappy job. It will be seen as a professional, somebody who knows the noise, who knows what it takes to be a TBC, who knows where we are really going. So, what the admin is trying to say, and he's saying those big blogs, I want us to go and read, is that there are phases for someone to be a TBCian representative. I repeat, for you to be a TBCian who can replace TBC properly, there are phases of growth. It doesn't stop at just having the coins. No, that's not. You have to know, imbibe, what am I? What role am I playing in the TBC community? I'll tell you the first role, many people play. I call it observer role. In our own climb, we call it sit down look. In other words, wait and see. This is a role many are playing. Many people are playing this role. Just wait and see. Observation. They come in once in a while. What's happening? What next? What do you have in TBC? These are just observers. Now, that observer role can never bring you a dime in the Billion community. I'm talking about TBCians making money here in TBC now, not tomorrow, now. So all observers in the Billion coin may have to observe until we go full blown in our economic phase. But those who want to participate in the Billion coin, the second phase is be actively involved. And you can get involved in these various ways. First of all, are you a distributor of the Billion coin? Because we are in the distribution phase. And you can't be in the distribution phase actively if you're not a distributor. And a distributor is someone who shares the ideals of the TBC, who shares the concept with passion, with understanding. He's not just talking about it, he is in it. And when you see him, you know he's just TBC. Some guys call me TBC. Yes, because I believe TBC is part of me. There is no day I don't talk about TBC. Now, once you get involved, you get embedded in the Billion coin, then that's second stage. Third stage now is now you're getting involved. Nobody's telling you that TBC will happen or what happened to TBC. You know what is happening. And you can share it very joyfully, very happily, because you know. Friends, that the difference between knowing and they say. You know, you can quote what you say. We can quote admin. We can quote Ransom Wilson. We can quote Randy Wilson. We can quote anybody. But when you are in fact, you quote yourself. That's the great thing about the Billion coin. So we have to get involved. Secondly, you have to be a builder. A builder in the Billion coin is someone who goes around and brings other people into the Billion coin community because he knows he's helping them. He's empowering them. He's giving them stuff that will enrich their life. You see, once you know that TBC can enrich someone's life, you're not doing it because you want to sell your Billion coin, you want to sell your Kringle and get cash. No. If that's what is driving you, friends, you can't be a money-making machine. If your purpose of going to tell someone about the Billion coins is to sell your own Billion coin, then that's not the idea. You miss the point. You have to know that you are communicating some hope to some folks, and you are doing it rightly. So when you are doing that, friends, it gives someone the natural understanding to follow you. That's a builder. A builder is someone who talks to people around him in the community or through social media, and people recognize the value that you have in the Billion coin. Because the Billion coin is a value system. It's a value-backed system. We are having stuff that has value. And once you understand the value, you can communicate the value. But if you don't understand the value, you can talk to someone for tomorrow, next tomorrow, he won't see the value. He doesn't get why you should be part of the Billion coin because you have not been able to communicate the value. So, as I said, being a builder in the Billion coin ensures that you fully understand what the message of the Billion coin is all about. And you go ahead getting folks into the community and then being an active participant. By doing this, folks, you automatically begin to enjoy cash flow. Now, the fourth one is to go partner with someone. We have our TBC leaders, we have our broadcasters. You have to partner with someone who can train you to become a broadcaster, to become a leader, to know what happens in the billion coin community, be able to go to the back office, the critical cash back office, understand how to do verification of transactions, know how to do account payment and all that. All these are necessary. It becomes part of you. You can really help lead people to get hands-on experience in the billion coin. That's another stage. Then finally, you go to the cash coaching experience. I enjoyed the one of around the Western. I've been through that one, and I will also keep on going there. You see, when you go to those ones, you see advanced ways and methods where you can handle the TBCians, where you can be very productive in a billion coin community. These are stages and processes that you graduate to become a true builder, a true distributor in this subscription phase. So I'm going to share the screen once more, and let's hear from our admin again on what I'm sharing of being an income machine, because the income machine actually comes right off when we are applying what he is discussing with us. Now let's now look at the mind of admin about this. He said, "Are you a sponsoring machine?" I got to say that when you're distributing, when you're building, you're sponsoring. If yes, then you are ready to be independent. But if you can't bring new people to DBC every day and know how to overcome objections that do come up, then you are not a sponsoring machine. So hopefully you are partnered with someone who is a sponsoring machine. If so, keep working with them in a partnership until you too become a sponsoring machine. You are not limited on how many partners you have. You can always upgrade your training by setting with a member that is a sponsoring machine. So what the admin is saying us? For you to have yourself operate fully in the distribution phase of the billion coin community, you have to be a sponsor. A sponsor is someone that is actively getting people into the TBC community. And it says, once you're a sponsoring machine, you will be doing fine. But before you become a sponsoring machine, you have to get close to someone who is doing it and succeeding. Now, it says, consider the alternative. If you don't learn how to become a TBC sponsoring machine, then your TBC income will be very random and will have to have a job to survive. Friends, I think I want us to clarify this thing. Some time ago, I talked about making TBC a full-time job, a full-time work. Now, these things I'm reading from admin is telling us how. Once you get somebody into TBC community once in a while, the money you get from the TBC also once in a while. But if you get actively involved in this sponsoring program, then admin saying compared with your regular job, are you happy going to work for someone for 8 hours a day and then get some little money at the end of the month? Or let's look at it. It says, if you don't learn how to become a TBC sponsoring machine, then your TBC income will be very random and will still have to have a job to survive. If you are like most people that have a job, then you don't like the work, even though you can do it. You don't like the hours and you hate how your pay is to do that job. As a TBC sponsoring machine, you set your own hours, and in about 1 hour, you can earn a full day's income. But you may not be completely comfortable with the process of prospecting and then closing clients on TBC, because you may have to deal with rejection and other things that come along with this effort. So weigh this out in your mind. Work equals money. I love this. Work equals money. So there is no way you approach work that it doesn't involve you being busy. Now, let's look at this diagram. Look at this diagram. It says, look at this guy on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This guy here, a leader, chose not to go and stick around one office for 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 the whole day. He said, look, let me look for 2 folks who I will sponsor the TBC. I get them here. On Tuesday, his team started growing. On Wednesday, he's going to add. On Thursday, and then on Friday, he has gotten so many people in the team, and he is getting income in all this effort. So, and it just takes leadership skill. And that's why the admin is telling us stuff. He said, let us really try to, like here he says, light a fire and keep it burning. Once you get the art of sponsoring, friends, it becomes fire. Let's look at what it says. Are you a TBC leader? Then now is the time to light a fire and they keep it burning. As you can see from the post above, it only takes one recruit, like John in this example, to start a fire. So recruitment in this process is not networking. I want to clear that. Recruitment in this process is not networking. It's just the process of keying actively in the distribution process of the Billion Coin. Okay? Keying actively in the distribution process of the Billion Coin. And now, from what I'm saying, we just have to make options. Do I hang around what I'm doing now and just relax in the office or the business and expect most end I get paid? Or I can get involved deeply in the distribution phase of the Billion Coin by being, I use the word professional sponsor, or as we call it, sponsoring machine. It just use that word because the word communicates adequately. Now, for you to bring folks into the Billion Coin community, you go out there, and it's not a very smooth experience because many folks there will not even they're not even seeing what the Billion Coin will deliver. It takes the sponsor, the distributor of this TBC, to educate those folks that the Billion Coin is not network. The Billion Coin is actually a community of people that have the genuine interest of people at heart to share their Billion Coin so that they too can become part of the abundance process. I repeat, you've gotten the understanding and the fire to go out there, let people know that becoming part of the Billion Coin gives them the opportunity to share in the abundance that has been provided. So, this message, of course, will be rejected by some. This message will be torn down by some. But if you believe in helping humanity, I'm telling you, there are some folks out there, because of the long-time partnership with poverty, will never accept help easily. It's a sad understanding, and that's a sad knowledge, but it's true. There are folks out there in the world that because of their long-standing experience with poverty, they will easily not want to let go, have a new lease in life. So those ones, you have to take patience. You have to be patient with them to see them, that show them that poverty is not something you can live with all your life. There is an opportunity to have a change. There are those who are so saddened with the disappointment to the government of their countries and saddened with the leadership crisis in their country that they've lost hope in humanity. These ones too, I thought we are going to encounter. Then there are those that are not so poor, but they are so, intelligent in their own way that they don't see how it's possible. How can poverty end? How can wealth be? They have these questions that they on themselves have believed that it's impossible to make the world less poor. They don't believe that. It's just a mindset. Those ones too require patience, requires follow-up, because your purpose is to help, not to force. Our purpose in the Billion Coin is to help get this message across in a way and possible that people see that true, we are really helping them. to have an opportunity to be more. We are helping them to have an opportunity to have more. We are helping them to have an opportunity to do more. Because when you have more and you are more and you can do more, you become relevant in society. And the purpose of true leadership is to make followers to be relevant in society, to impact in the society, to do something in society that will help somebody. And that is the purpose of the Belong Coin. As a community, we are here to impact lives. Until we grab that vision that we are to impact lives, and that becomes our attitude, that is the only way we can sponsor people to this community. As many people we are getting to this community and getting them trained and instructed accordingly, it brings out that income machine in us. Not only us, as many that duplicate the process will experience that income machine. Because right now and now, the Belong Coin is offering opportunity for people to enjoy ceaseless income. I would round up by telling us that we have the latest promo now, which we know. The December 2018 promo have been extended to 2019. So we have between January to the end of this year, 2019, to key in and partake of this largest in the Belong Coin community. There are people can now acquire the Belong Coin from any smallest amount, even 4 grains of gold can get you started. And friends, this is a grand opportunity to make many have access to the Belong Coin assets. So I want to thank all of us. Let us go out there and become sponsor machines or sponsoring machines. Let's go out there and become income machines. Let us share this wonderful vision with everyone around us. Let's go to the social media and share. Let us stop propagating so many stuff that's not TBC about. Let's not get tired about being a TBC. It just takes patience. It takes us to go out there and be in the field and we experience this income. Let's not wait for a time and moment where we go to fiat and collect fiat and give the Belong Coin. It doesn't work that way. The Belong Coin is not designed to be a direct fiat exchange. No, it's not designed that way. It's designed to be a medium of exchange. All TBC must grab this. The Belong Coin is designed to be a medium of exchange. And it's not just one leap, it's a process. We are still in the process of distribution, but I've added our merchant maturity phase. Our merchants are maturing. That is why we have our merchants shown in our Kringo Cash website, where you see merchant location. So we have merchants in the Belong Coin that can deal and exchange with us their goods and services with the Belong Coin. So our distribution phase are matured at level. As we enter the distribution and keep on talking about the Belong Coin and sharing and distributing it, then we gradually enter the economic phase where the Belong Coin becomes exchangeable as a medium of exchange. Because merchants in the Belong Coin and merchants outside the Belong Coin will openly adopt the Belong Coin as a medium of exchange. And that will happen without any agreement, without any becoming member of any exchange, and will become fully independent. As long as I will remain outside any government exchange, the value of TBC is assured. I can remain stable and going up, and it's going to go up because we are independent. Thank you for listening, friends. By next Tuesday, same time, I'll be just again. This is our friend and Basil, who they sign off. Share it up next Tuesday.